Have you ever received a distress call from your child, your son, your daughter, saying, oh, mommy, 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 this and that is happening in our school, this and that is happening in our institution, this and that is happening in our place of work, and that child is panicking, and that child is like almost screaming, and that child is like, oh, mommy, mommy, mommy. Guys, let me tell you, this happened to me, and I cannot keep calm, because whether a child is 20 or 30 or 18, that child is your child. And when they call and panicking and saying things are happening here, you are like, oh my God, what will happen to my child? Far away out there in the world, my son called me last night, and he was panicking. He was panicking. Do you know where he's calling me from? He called me from Seattle, Washington, very far away in the US. And guys, let me tell you, what is happening there is a cyclone. Trees are falling on houses. A tree had fallen on their house. Guys, let me show you what is happening there. Down trees, sliced into homes. Let me show you what is happening there, because he told me, go and check. This is what is happening there, guys. Trees are falling on, look. Power was cut off.
Hardest hit, and get a timeline on power restoration plans. Viewer video and photos of the damage to homes and cars pouring into Como News this morning. We'll show you some of the most stunning images over the next hour. This morning we have breaking news.
Breaking
Coverage
news
of the extensive storm damage from the coast to the foothills with live crews in Bellevue, Issaquah, North Seattle, and the latest power outages from the live desk. The powerful storm now blamed for 2 deaths, both caused by falling trees. The first happened in Linwood at a homeless camp along Alderwood Mall Parkway. The other in Bellevue's Bridal Trails neighborhood, where a tree crashed into a home. That's where we begin our team coverage with Como's Lee Stoll. Lee?
Listen to this.
Yeah, Holly, just a really unfortunate situation where we are, and every few minutes we are hearing emergency sirens, we're hearing chainsaws, we're hearing leaf blowers. The house behind me here, you can see, this is where Bellevue Fire, they just showed up a couple of minutes ago, and just past us down that driveway,
guys,
you can see that horizontal tree that is sticking out now of the home that is down that driveway. It hit a corner of it just a few feet from where we are. We were talking to Bellevue Police just a couple of minutes ago, and we're told a 65-year-old woman was taking a shower when a tree came crashing through this house at about 7 o'clock last night. Bellevue Police, they shared some video with us of this home. Her husband was the one to call 911 in absolute shock at the time. She unfortunately died. Officers were here through the morning with her husband. A structural engineer is going to be called out to take a look at the home. And also just a few blocks away from here, we found trees that crashed into 2 more homes. A sunroom and a garage were damaged. Luckily, no one was hurt. Bellevue officers with decades on the job say they have never seen anything like this before.
If you can imagine, we had the...
Hey guys, listen. What do you make of that? When it is your child who's telling you, this happened where I live, and the cyclone is still reported to come again this evening, and this happened where I live. And I was like, my God, this child is calling me because, you know, he's panicking. You don't know where to run to. This is a cyclone. This is a storm that is sweeping through where you live. You are in a foreign country. You are far away, and here you have been called by your son panicking, and it's like, oh my, the storm is bringing down trees. Electricity has been cut off, and roads are impassable because trees are falling everywhere. And now 2 people have died in my neighborhood, and we are also surrounded by trees. We cannot even remain indoors. We are so scared. And guys, remember, it is winter. It is winter in the US, and I'm telling you, it's very cold. Now, electricity has been cut off, and you are in darkness, and you are afraid that trees will come falling down on the house where you live, because in the neighboring house, a tree fell and killed somebody there, 2 people. and you're like, you don't want to go outside because it's very cold. Actually, it's winter. You don't even want to remain indoors, and there is darkness. It is at night. The wind is so strong. The storm is so strong. And maybe you are asking yourself, are these not natural things? But what I want to discuss here is the alarm of your child. When your child is alarmed out there, it doesn't matter how old he is. It doesn't matter how you know, the distance, because you feel like I can fly there. But even if you did, how would you help? Suppose you are called and you are like given very bad news about your child out there. What would you do? What I know is that there's nothing you can do, because surely the distance between here and the US, you already know. To go to the US, you need a visa. Those that are there are unable to sort themselves out because this is a natural disaster. But this child is calling you because you are the mother. This and that is happening. We are panicking here, mom. What are we gonna do? We don't know what is going to happen. But we are asking that you pray for us. Have you ever received such a distress call? Why I'm discussing this is because I cannot help in any way, because it's a natural disaster. But this gave me sleepless nights, because I was like, oh my God, protect my son. Oh my God, protect my son. Oh my God, what can I do? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. And this brought me thinking. What if something happens out there to you, as somebody who is out there, who is thousands and thousands of miles away, and you are not able to reach them, you are not even able to help, and suppose disaster strikes to the worst, and you wake up to this news, what can you do? This brought me thinking, because surely there are things that we should pray to God that they don't happen to our people out there. Because some things are unthinkable. If news was passed to me that, okay, this tree fell on our house and we got 2 people injured here, and now the cyclone is also reported to come back this evening, and again we are now in the cold because the electricity was cut off, and we are also nursing those that were injured. And if such news were broken to you, do you know there is nothing you can do? You only have to go to your knees and pray, because surely you cannot help. There are some things you cannot. You feel very what do I say? Unable to help. You are unable to do anything about the situation. And the only thing you can do is maybe pray to God and tell the God, oh God, you are the one who took this child there. Would you protect him? Would you protect him? Because what else can you do? You know, when I was given this news, I was like, gosh. And he was like, Mom, go to the international news, or go to Google and type Seattle and Washington and see what is happening there. Go, you see, go and type, go and check. Go to the international news channel and check, you see, North Seattle, it is still being reported. And you see, you are like, oh my God, this is where my child is, and this disaster is there. What can I do? What can I do? There's nothing you can do. Yet this is your child. Oh my God. Raising an alarm, so worried. Trees are falling on cars, falling on houses. The cyclone is so strong that, anyway, we had a hurricane the other day, and we saw